Welcome to Wisdom Exchange TV, part of the YouMeWe Social Impact Group. I'm Suzanne Siemens, international speaker, social entrepreneur, author, and your host. In this episode, we interview Madeleine Shaw, co-founder of Isle, providing safe, effective, and sustainable menstrual options designed for comfort. This interview offers a different structure and motivation to create products that support menstrual health. In our previous interview with Upendo Women's Foundation founder, we focused on being a nonprofit. In this interview with Isle co-founder, we focus on how to be a profitable social enterprise that is a B Corp. The customers are different, the motivation is different, the structure is different, but the passion for empowering women, girls, and non-binary people is the same. You'll learn how to take an essential product and create inclusive, environmentally friendly ethos that represents feminism. How to upcycle waste, create a social impact, doesn't need to cost a customer more money. How to do it and to market it. How to engage your employees in contributing to what they care about. Guidance on what you need to make your vision a reality. Join us for the full interview at Wisdom Exchange TV. Madeleine Shaw, where you will be inspired on how to make your contribution count for you, me, we. This is personal for you, and yet it's not personal for you because you were inspired to do something bigger than yourself. In doing that, your beneficiaries are girls and women. Why was that important?
Those issues are just near and dear to my heart because they matter so deeply, and also because it had touched my life personally in some really, really challenging ways. And so when I saw, with menstrual health, the ability to empower people who menstruated to feel more at home in their bodies, around a topic that has traditionally been shamed, where we've been taught to feel lousy about the fact that our, bodies bleed once a month. I was like, this is a really great way to kind of get at a gender equality issue in a very material way.
And that's where I've found a lot of organizations I want to help, but then you realize that may not be the best avenue long-term for sustainability.
I'm just very mindful of the fact also that we're not located there. Like, I am a white Western woman with extraordinary social privilege sitting here in Vancouver BC, and it is not my place at all to try and sort of adopt kind of a paternalistic, like, I'm going to tell somebody in Tanzania how to run their business. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So it's more about encouragement, and if you can see it, you can be it. Get to zero waste, we found some really creative ways to upcycle fabric waste. And so the fabric waste can be recycled or upcycled because those two processes are different. So when they're upcycled, it goes to a locally based organization that takes fabric waste and makes it into furniture stuffing. So where that fabric ends up, rather than going through a chemical process of being broken down to be recycled, which is quite energy intensive, although has merit, we're looking to maximize the reuse of the fabric as it more or less exists. So it's kind of shredded into pulp and then it's sold to furniture makers.
Your employees, how do you involve them? Like, how do they feel connected to the mission? And how do you interview them to ensure that they're well aligned?
So we really only tend to attract those types of people. Like, we don't get people who are like, what did you think this was going to be? Like, and somebody's confused. And then on a regular basis, like, we're just, because we're sort of on the same page, like, everybody is an intersectional feminist. Nobody needs to have that explained to them. We're all, for example, right now, deeply involved in racial justice work, like really going, sustainability, great, tick that box, whatever social responsibility, great, tick that box. But what are we doing as individuals to unpack our social privilege and dismantle white supremacy? Like, every single person on the team we've given a personal budget to each of them to whatever form of learning feels appropriate to you. You want to buy books, you want to attend webinars, you want to do whatever you want, go do it. And, those types of things, we fund volunteer hours for people to pursue. Some people are really into environmental issues and Indigenous rights issues. Other people are really into transgender and non-binary inclusion and justice issues. that type of thing. So I try and practice what I call regenerative entrepreneurship, wherein that has to do with, circular economy. It's like everything you do should be making the world a better place somehow. And if it's not, you got to ask yourself what the point is.
This episode is sponsored by Make Your Contribution Count for You, Me, We, a book written by Suzanne F. Siemens. It's time to act. Let this book be your guide to having a sustainable social impact while living your most meaningful life. Thanks for listening. Watch, listen, or read interviews with conscious contribution leaders who are having a social impact on our communities and beyond. WisdomExchangeTV.com